We're here at a very wet and windy Donington Park.
Welcome to round 2 of the Thundersport GB Championship for 2016.
Welcome to Donington Park for round 2 of the Thundersport GB Championships for 2016. From Brands Hatch in Kent to Donington here in the East Midlands. Unfortunately, the weather not too bright this morning. As you can see there, the twins, Sarah and Kirsty, just struggling away in their Eskimo suits. It's now time for the A&R Racing Pre-Nationals Sports 600 and Selco 600 Freshman. Big wave there from number 65, Ashley Milburn, on the Cotton Racing Triumph. And 108, Matt Dawes. Number 19, Lloyd Shelley from Burntwood on the Triumph as well. A lot of new faces in this class for 2016. Pre-National Sports 600, a class for riders that are yet to attain a national licence. The Selco Freshmen, pretty much rookies in all forms. Here we go then. Not rookie conditions. These are really tricky here at Donington Park as they fly away from the line and head down towards turn 1. It will be the whole shot for number 63, Adam Darnell from Dorchester. Adam, who was 3rd in the championship after Brands Hatch the opening round. Liam Helliwell it was that left there as the championship leader overall. Liam Helliwell is out there sporting the number 59, but it's a rocket start there for 63 Adam Darnell. He's got away very well indeed in the early stages. A few riders running wide there. Alex Laurie's, that is. Oh dear, and going into the gravel straight away. Daniel Jones from Solihull just struggling there. Deep gravel here at Donington Park as the rookie there with the orange vest on manages to get himself out of trouble in the end. On board here with Alex Laurie's on the APL Racing Kawasaki, making up a place there and moving up into 2nd place. You can see the huge lead already that Adam Darnell has got himself out front, number 63. Not always the best thing to be a guinea pig in these conditions, but at the moment it's working out well for Adam Darnell. A brilliant opening lap, got himself the whole shot. Here he is with that Shinji Nakano replica helmet. Down into the final chicane here. In 3rd place there, number 19, Lloyd Shelley on the Triumph. 4th place after the opening round. And there goes number 3, Rich Richardson, and number 10, Sam Holm. Across the line we go then, the end of lap 1. And it is Adam Darnell that leads from Alex Laurie's and Lloyd Shelley. There again, you just see a move as number 10, Sam Holm, has gone underneath Rich Richardson. Look at this lead already, down into the old hairpin there for Adam Darnell, with Alex Laurie's following in 2nd place. 4th place is number 65, Ashley Milburn. There he goes on that Cotton Racing Triumph. Oh dear, and there we see one of the first fallers down into Craner Curve. So easy to do in these conditions. And unfortunately that is the end of that, and that he's not the only one either. There's a few people that have gone down here on the opening few laps, hopefully up and walking away, but Craner Curves, I tell you what, the problem is in these conditions, if you just go down into Craners a little bit too hot, the temptation as you're about to tip left is to just touch the front end, the brakes, and I'm afraid you are travelling then on your backside down a grass slope here at Donington Park. Out front, it's still Adam Darnell here in this A&R Racing Pre-National Sports 600s and the Selco Freshmen's. Number 48 there, orange bib for the rookie. Alex Laurie's on the APL Racing Kawasaki. And then the Shelley Racing Triumph, number 19, just up behind. You can see there from these scuffed up leathers that Lloyd Shelley has been down the road already once this weekend by the looks of things. And he has now just moved up into 2nd place. Nice move down into turn 1 here at Redgate Corner at Donington Park as they chase down race leader Adam Darnell. Lapping in around the 125. It's about 12-13 seconds off the lap record in the dry here. That just gives you a good idea as to how tricky the conditions are. There's not masses of standing water, but it's very cold, it's very windy. All in all, it's most unpleasant. It's not a day that you really want to be out there racing, so as many points as you can collect as possible will be the aim. 108 there, Matt Dawes, just up ahead of another rookie, number 89, Liam Dale. Dale getting the drive there and trying to find a way up the inside around Schwant's curve. Of course, Starkey's Bridge used to be there. Now, the lead has come completely down now. Adam Darnell, number 63. He'd been leading for a good few laps, but Lloyd Shelley, having got some warmth into those tyres, has now capitalised and taken advantage. There's not a dry line forming, but there's certainly what you would call a grippier line forming there. So if you have got a bit of heat in those tyres and you can stick to those lines, you'll be in good hands. There is number 48, Alex Lawries, who's just lost quite a bit of ground, so he's obviously made a mistake somewhere. He's just up ahead there of Greg Scanlon. We're on board with Alex Lawries now. Big number 48 there on his front screen as he now heads down into turn 1. That's Greg Scanlon just going up underneath him. Really difficult to tiptoe your way around in these conditions because, of course, if you are amongst traffic, like we said before, you can't just give it a handful of brakes. You have to be really, really careful. You see there Lloyd Shelley, the race leader, already building up a handsome advantage now over Adam Darnell in second. Then a bit further back to Greg Scanlon. Greg Scanlon up ahead then. This is Alex Lawries that we're on board with here. Heading up to Coppice Corner, blind entry. Oh, there's a rider on the left there, just in the gravel. Looked like a white bike as well. Now then, Lloyd Shelley it is that still leads, but I just wonder whether or not that was Adam Darnell, who was in second place, whether he's gone into the gravel there. I'm sure we'll find out in a moment. But Adam Darnell may well have run into a bit of trouble. On to the start-finish straight we go. On board still here with Alex Lawries. Chasing down Greg Scanlon up ahead. Tipping it in now to Redgate Corner. And it was Adam Darnell that has gone out of the race, and so is Greg Scanlon. Oh, I tell you what, there was a great piece of avoiding action there from Alex Lawries, because Greg Scanlon landed right in front of him and he's limping away, and that could have been really nasty there. Well done to Alex Lawries for somehow managed to get his bike stopped in the greasy conditions without losing it himself. Alex Lawries' heart would have been in his mouth then. So would Greg Scanlon as he saw a Kawasaki heading over towards him. Well, that changes the complexion of this race somewhat. Lloyd Shelley, unaware of what's going on around him at the moment, he will be on for a decent win here if he can keep it upright. His advantage will be huge now because Alex Lawries pretty much had to come to a complete standstill, but remains in second place. That will push Ashley Milburn up into third place. Matt Whelan will be up into fourth. Liam Dale then into fifth. Here is your race leader, Lloyd Shelley. On to the start-finish straight then. And his lead is up to about 15-16 seconds now with just one lap to go. In terms of the freshmen in the class, the Selco freshman, Alex Lawries is your leading freshman. Managed to stay upright just then. He's up ahead of Liam Dale, and then there's a battle on this last lap going on between Neil England and Andrew Evans for the final freshman podium place. Third overall in this race, comfortable at the moment for Ashley Milburn. There you see further back Nige Pitt from Bury. Just to see Nige out there racing with, well, he's just being lapped actually by the race leader, Lloyd Shelley. Further back there is Sam Holm. Sam is on for a top 6 finish. I'll tell you that Liam Helliwell, who came into this championship weekend as the series leader overall, went missing on the opening lap, so he was one of the victims who went down and out of the race, so that's going to cost him quite a bit. Matt Dawes, who was second in the championship coming into Donington Park, is on for a top 10 finish at the moment. As it stands, he's just up ahead of Joe Lawrence and Ben Watton. As you see here, the fight for 5th place between Sam Holm, number 10, and 89, Liam Dale. Here's Lloyd Shelley though, got his tyres up to temperature and takes 25 points. Checkered flag out, Lloyd Shelley. That will come in very handy overall in the championship. A huge win there for him, and we're going to have to wait some time before we get the result of second place. Lloyd Shelley, the race winner then here in the A&R Racing Pre-National Sport 600s and Selco 600 freshman, takes it ahead of Alex Lorries, who wins the freshman race, and Milburn in third, Matt Whelan fourth, Liam Dale fifth, and Sam Holm in sixth. There's the top three then. Lloyd Shelley the winner from Lorries and Milburn, and in the freshman it's Lorries the winner from Liam Dale and Neil England.
So, winner of the Selco Freshman Cup and second overall. Wow, I mean, you're proper on it this weekend.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it at all. Thanks to my road riding, I think. That's the only reason I managed to get anything done. And thank you to my grandmother for getting me here in the first place.
Well, there's mixed conditions out there, but you obviously don't mind them at all.
Well, no, like I said, I'm a road rider, so, you know, a bit wet doesn't really scare me. So I enjoyed it.
Who else have you got to thank as well as Grandma?
A&R Racing for their Continental tyres, which were absolutely awesome all the way around. They were just absolutely excellent. Can't wait to get another set on and get back out in the wet. Hopefully I'll try their dries and hopefully they're just as good as the wet ones.
Lloyd, well, I can see by your leathers that you've been off already this weekend, but you won that one, and after Brands, it's got to be good.
It's all changed. Got a good suspension setup thanks to Mark at SSR Suspension. Turned my wet ride around, definitely. Yeah, like you say, I was off yesterday morning. Pretty fast, to be honest with you. Pretty scary. I think the times show I'm pretty slow through Sector 1 now. Craner curves. I'm don't really know what took me down, so I'm a bit scared of it, but all come together then, mate. Brilliant.
Well, everybody has to join the Craner Club sooner or later. Who else have we got to thank, Lloyd?
I got Trade Tyres, Midlands. SSR Suspension, like I said. I think Jacob Shelley wants a big shout, don't you, mate? Jacob Shelley for all his help. Yeah. Mum, Dad, the lads at Snow White Racing. Access Bookings, they've come on board. Massive help to me. And APH Electrical, FLR Flooring. Yeah, it's all coming together. I've got some good support now, and let's hope I can have another good race in race 2.
Welcome back to Donington Park. It's time now for the Pre-National Sports 600s. A&R Racing, Selco, freshman riders out there as well. There is number 65, Ashley Milburn. Ashley out there in the wet race earlier on. Managed to just get himself onto the podium. You see Matt Dawes there as well, number 108. There is Adam Darnell, number 63, who was leading the race before Lloyd Shelley came through to take the eventual win. But Adam Darnell didn't end up finishing. Just in the background there you can see number 59, Sir Liam Helliwell, the championship leader after we left Brands Hatch, but he might not be after this race. Into turn 1 we go, and it's Ashley Milburn that has the advantage. Oh, someone's gone down there, I think, into turn 1, or have they just gone straight on? There was quite a bit of movement going on mid-pack. Third place there is 888. That's Joe Lawrence. Good start for the JDL Kawasaki racing rider. Milburn it is that leads from Darnell and Lawrence then. That's your top 3. Now, of course, earlier on we had a wet race. We may well see a few different faces here find themselves towards the top of the pile. Lloyd Shelley, the race 1 winner, is in 4th place. I think that dry or wet, you're going to see him going through. What on earth happened there? Rider just lost, I think, was it a knee slider or something that's just careered off the circuit. Luckily everyone stays on. Milburn already affording a look over the shoulder. The Cotton Racing Triumph rider, number 65 here at the end of lap 1, building himself a handsome lead. There is Adam Darnell in 2nd, Joe Lawrence in 3rd. In 4th place, Lloyd Shelley, who about a move up the inside going into the chicane and then thought better of it. So let's see as they head down into turn 1. There's Lawrence thinking about a move. Oh, very, very tight there into turn 1. There goes number 3. We just saw Rich Richardson up ahead of Greg Scanlon, and then number 14 as well. 14, Daniel Jones from Solihull. It is Adam Darnell there, number 63, that now tries to chase down the race leader Ashley Milburn. There's Matt Dawes, just up ahead of Ben Watton. And here is Milburn, number 65. Milburn 10th place in the championship after Brands Hatch. So obviously a big fan of this Donington Park circuit, rider from Swaddling Coat. Look at, oh dear, now that is number 14 who's gone down, Daniel Jones. He went down in race 1 as well, and he's down and out, the rookie here. He's up and he's walking away. There's Milburn, your race leader. Handsome lead then over Darnell and Lloyd Shelley now. Lloyd Shelley, race 1 winner. He's got himself up ahead of Joe Lawrence. There's Liam Helliwell. Liam Helliwell then now getting himself into the top 4 and possible podium contention. You just saw his cousin Chris Helliwell taking the win in the Golden Era Supersport. 48 there is Alex Lorries. We were on board with him in race 1 in the wet. And here is the battle for second place then. Adam Darnell and Lloyd Shelley. These two know each other well from race 1. Joe Lawrence has moved himself up a bit since the wet race earlier and now into the dry. Bit of curb being taken there from Alex Lorries, the rookie, who thanked his own road riding skills for that wet weather display earlier on. Of course, rookie to motorcycle racing, a good way to start, a good way to learn. He is the leading freshman of this group. Freshman riders completely new to racing. You'll see them with their orange bibs on. A few others out there at the moment, Liam Dale, and we've got Neil Goodson as well. Lloyd Shelley's now got himself up into second place and past Adam Darnell. There he is, the race 1 winner in pretty horrible conditions. He will, if he can keep himself up in the top 3 here, have a possible chance at leaving Donington Park as the championship leader by the looks of this. As you just see there, Joe Lawrence now up the inside of Adam Darnell. Adam Darnell left a huge gap open down into Redgate Corner. Of course, the natural line around Redgate means that you probably would leave a bit of a gap open, and so it's just bit too much of a gap there, and it was very inviting indeed for Lawrence. There's Liam Helliwell, number 59, rider from Nottingham on the CFS Racing Kawasaki then, having one of his better seasons. Lloyd Shelley second, Joe Lawrence third, Liam Helliwell fourth. So Adam Darnell struggling a bit here, having started strongly in both races, just falling back through the pack. 34, Chris Lavisher from Newbury. Oh, another rider on the Triumph. Oh dear. Now, there's a rider who's run into some trouble over at McLean's. Number 50, Matty Whelan from Barnsley on the Bennett's Motorcycles MV. Beautiful bike, but unfortunately it's not playing anymore. Into the final chicane here then at the Donington Park National Circuit. Joe Lawrence there just struggling on the exit of the chicane, and that's going to allow Liam Helliwell through. There's number 3, Rich Richardson, just going past 25, Adam Shepherd, but then Shepherd getting the drive back again onto the start-finish straight. Still Ashley Milburn that leads the race outright. There you can see Greg Scanlon, who was in a decent position in race 1 until he crashed about here. Some other moves going on here as well. Some of the rookies trying to get themselves properly in the mix. Alex Lorries, the freshman rider there, number 48, taking some rather extraordinary lines down into turn 1, but so far so good. On board with him now. Joe Lawrence just up ahead of him, going slightly wide initially into Coppice Corner, and Alex Lorries then going to try and get into the slipstream now of Joe Lawrence. Pulls out, and he should have this one nailed down into the chicane further forward. This is Lloyd Shelley, number 19, and Liam Helliwell, number 59. These guys now in second and third place. Neither can catch Ashley Milburn, who is miles out ahead now, almost 10 seconds. He's lapping about a second in a lap quicker than these guys there, and almost curtains for Lloyd Shelley there, number 19, and he loses second place to Liam Helliwell. That's Alex Lawry's just in fourth behind them, ready to pick up the pieces as well. A bit further back, Greg Scanlon there, and Rich Richardson. Ben Watton also inside the top 10. And Adam Shepherd, number 25 also. But Ashley Milburn, swaddling coat rider, really flying at the moment and looking like lifting himself up in the championship standings. There he is, about to put a lap on Corey Wilson, number 69. Got a pit board and whether he's been informed of how large his lead is at the moment, because he won't want to do anything too silly. The last lap flag is out for him there. The battle for second place is the one that could change potentially at the moment. Well, the last time we looked it was Liam Helliwell that had just got back past Lloyd Shelley. We'll see what happens in a moment. Milburn is well on his way there to a great win. There you see then Liam Helliwell at the moment up ahead of Lloyd Shelley. Lloyd Shelley looking quite aggressive in third place. The pair of them though need to be careful, because the freshman Alex Lawry's is right on their tail and ready to pick it up should it all go wrong. There's Milburn still flying through the traffic. Now then, we'll wait for this battle for second place. There's Nigel Pitts. It's about to be lapped by these guys. Lloyd Shelley's got himself up ahead then. There's 3 or 4 riders there that could all arguably have fought for this one. Number 81, Stevie Elliott, one of our Royal Marine riders, but this has been a great display then. Ashley Milburn, once he got out front, he built up his lead perfectly, and there has been no answer for him. He wins comfortably here. Donington Park Race 2 in the A&R Racing Pre-National Sport 600. The Selco freshman winner is going to be Alex Lawry's, but who's going to get second and third on the podium overall in this race? It will be Lloyd Shelley, who goes across the line 0.3 of a second ahead of Liam Helliwell. Alex Lawry's then, there you see the freshman in fourth place ahead of Joe Lawrence, and Adam Darnell in sixth place. Top 3 then on the podium: Ashley Milburn, Lloyd Shelley and Liam Helliwell, and in the freshmen it's Alex Lawry's, Liam Dale and Neil Goodson. Championship standings as we head to Snetterton. 22 points in it between Lloyd Shelley and Liam Helliwell. Ashley Milburn has got himself well in the mix with that race win. Matt Dawes fourth ahead of Adam Darnell and Alex Lawry's. And in the freshman championship, brought to you by Selco Builders Warehouse, it is Alex Lawry's 5 points clear of Liam Dale, Daniel Jones, Neil England, Andrew Evans and Neil Goodson.
Ashley, fantastic win there, and at least the weather's brightened up for you.
Yeah, I seem to go faster in the dry. I weren't too good in the wet earlier, but yeah, I thought Lloyd would be on my case today. Now the dry's actually here, like, but obviously couldn't quite keep up with me. Better luck next time, mate.
Have you got some people you'd like to thank?
Sorry, yeah. I'd like to thank Cotton Transport for your kind donation, Citra Electrical Limited, D2 Group, Data SYS IT Consultant, and Mupo Suspension for their kind setup. And I'd also like to thank G-Tech for his awesome fabrication skills on the stand.
So the sun sets on another round for Thundersport GB, and let's hope it follows us to Snetterton. That's next up, round 3. See you then.